Hello, this is Yuri. I hope you have seen my first video about the tool for feature branch development for Drupal. In this video I would like to show some internals how this system works. So there are main three components of it. So the Git repository that is hosted on this server, the PHP application that is built on Symfony, and Jenkins. So let's start with the Git repository, or it's better with PHP application. So it's Symfony application that has one bundle. The main configuration is stored in resources in app config YAML file, and these are the parts that you will need to change for your project. So we have the Apache root folder. This is where we will deploy the code for the hosts. This is the repository that we pull the code from. So in this case I have hosted repository on the server itself, but it can be anywhere. Also this application requires the folder on the server that is writable. This is needed for pulling the code from the original repository for checking for new commits. Then we need to have a continuous integration URL. In this case Jenkins has been installed on the same site, and also we need MySQL root or any user that can create databases for creating databases for the hosts. Okay, next important thing is routing. So we have three pages. The main page, this is the form where you can see the list of the branches and what you can do with them, either deploy a host or remove the host. The landing page is the place where you get to when you submit the form, so there is nothing fancy there. And another part is the Git update URL. This is the URL that is triggered by post receive hook of the Git repository, and this application, in this case on this URL, it checks the status of the repository and triggers update of the hosts where we have received some commits. Now how actually communication with Jenkins is done and how deployment processes are implemented. So in resources, in views, we have following twig files, and these are the jobs of thing that are triggered when we create the host, when we update the host, and when we delete the host. So for example, create the host is most complicated. So we clone the code, we prepare files directory, we copy settings PHP, default settings PHP to settings PHP, then we add settings of the database, the hash salt, then we create database on the server, and then we copy database if it's specified. So it's pretty straightforward. You can add your more steps, so that should be clear. Another thing is update. This is the part that I expect most of projects will develop on its own, because in this demo I just did pull of the code and update the database using drush command, but I'm sure using continuous integration we add some testing, code analysis, maybe drush features revert all or something, so you can expand it on your own project requirements. Deleting of the host is pretty easy. We just delete the folder and drop the database. In our Git repository, it is in var git. I would like to show you the post receive hook. So we just call the application git update URL. So that is it. I'm sure that there are a lot of improvements that can be done, like formatting this form with better theming, adding more steps on update to add some testing, and so on. So I will be very happy to receive your feedback, maybe some comments, and maybe some interest to contribute to this project. Thank you.